Hi. I just wanted to jump on because I wanted to kind of share with you, yeah, what I ended up making. My bear was annoying me, so I ended up doing something different. Well, I don't know how different it is. It's just different from what they were advertising I was going to make. So just for reference, this is where my fingers. This is what they expected me to make. Okay. But I found a few problems. Like, where am I? This arm always fell off. I don't know why. As well, the torso always detached from the legs. I don't know why again. And then when I started to work on the head detached from the torso. So then I started getting really annoyed because I was like, okay, I have no idea how to attach these again. I was already several things up on the head. Um, Trying to figure that out again was harsh, as well as I was done this by the time it attached or detached from the legs. And then this arm just kept falling off no matter what. So it fell off while I was attaching it to the the torso. There's a few lines above that. It just kept falling off then, and it kept falling off when I started the head. So this is what I ended up with. So I'm gonna get you further down. I'm gonna keep my legs separate. That's the arm bit. Gonna keep that separate. And this is the torso. And it was supposed to have a little cavity here for a drawer. I'm just gonna keep that open. And I've completed the top so that if the whole thing is above, it kind of looks like just it, just gonna so it's gonna be kind of situated like this, if not a little bit higher than my head. So you're not going to be able to see that it's complete. What I'm wanting it to look like in the end is a zombie. And I had to take a shotgun and put it down. That's the story I'm going with because it doesn't look at all like what it's supposed to look like. um, I annoyed. It's the next bear will probably be better. But at this point, I'm just annoyed more so than I'm entertained. And therefore, I kind of just want to move on to something else. I don't want to keep fiddling with this because at this point, I'm probably about 50 hours or more into it because I made a lot of mistakes and had to undo things and then redo them. I want to say that I'm that. So it's quite a bit of investment. And throughout the whole thing, like I said, things kept happening that were frustrating. So I kind of have to mitigate damages. At some point, I was thinking to myself, is this like what is the bias? I can't remember what it's called, but it's the one where you buy in so much, you've invested so much time and you've invested so much money and whatever, although in this case I haven't invested much money, and you want to see it through, you want a positive outcome to kind of support your bias that you have to have a positive outcome because so much has been invested in it. And in this situation, I asked myself if it was that sunk cost fallacy. There we go. I had to ask myself if it was that. And when I thought, yeah, there's a bit of that in there, I was like, are we okay with that? And I decided no. So that's what I'm going to decide to do. I'm going to have this ahead of, or I don't know exactly how they're going to be displayed, but I'm going to have this displayed with the other bear that I end up making up, or bears. And if they are better, to show the transition. If it's not better, then I'll just have a horde. I don't see a reason why that's a problem. But yes, I definitely understand why people use super glue for this craft. I find that no matter how much I hammered things, however much I made sure that things were aligned properly and whatever, things kept popping up. So I don't know if anybody out there has tricks. Let me know. I have a few more of these kits to put together. I don't know at this point if those will be a donation or if I'm actually going to do those. So, yeah, let me know. I just wanted to have a little chat to tell you because I think I have 1 or 2 videos out there of putting this thing together that, yeah, I have decided to kind of just finish it off based off of my imagination, and I'm fine with that. I'm happy with that. We'll meet up again for the next craft that I decide to do. This is a great example, maybe, of people that are needing permission to stop doing something that's obviously not working. It, yeah, I definitely struggle with sometimes I commit to being perfect. And for situations like this, I've never put together one of these before. I know that visually adapting things is not my strong suit. I know that putting together blocks like Lego and whatever. I didn't do a lot of that when I was growing up. I did a little bit, but not a lot. And so I have to have grace about that. And this is a hobby. This is supposed to be fun to some degree. This is supposed to be satisfying to some degree. And it wasn't ticking those boxes for me anymore. It was, at the beginning, it was. But then when things kept breaking apart and whatever, and I was spending more time trying to fix the darn thing than actually like work on it in a progressive standard. Yeah, I just I had to have a think, and I think at this point I'm just going to throw in the towel, and that's completely fine. My time is, and your time is worth more than a thing that's gonna keep you frustrated. And in the case of my workstation, it's taking up a lot of space. And so it's nice to just reclaim that space again because I don't want the space having to be used up by something that I don't like being around and is kind of frustrating me. So that's all from me. I just wanted to poke in and talk a little bit about that and get on my soapbox and tell you how that's okay. So that's all from me right now. See ya.